4 years in state college, battled through injuries to get to this point, finds Elliott, who gets fouled on that shot. In mid-range, she'll have a couple of free throws coming up. Senior to senior connection there.
And rough to start this game off with a foul already. You want to make sure that, you know, everyone is on the floor at this point of the game. But just have to come in poised and come in and know the stake at hand. McKenna Layden with that foul, and she's definitely necessary for this game.
Coach Keeger's team, they've been in a lot of games this year, coming off a 10-point loss to Michigan in Ann Arbor. Cut that lead down to 6 in the second half, but getting stops down the stretch, finishing games, playing a full four-quarter performance is going to be the goal today. Some pressure early and forcing the early Purdue turnover. You like that pressure? Katie Gerald's. Also love talking with her before these games. One of the best personalities you'll find in the Big Ten. 4th season with Purdue. Again, she said it to us as well. We know the stakes. We know what's on the line entering today, and it's definitely a boost of energy for both of these teams. It is an elimination game for both sides.
Well, we mentioned a lineup change for Penn State, but talk about Purdue switching up their lineup as well. Destiny Lombard coming in for Sophie Swanson. That creates more of a defensive disruption. And Reagan Bass at the 5, they want to use speed in this game.
Rashunda Jones with 5 to shoot. Into trouble with Bass. Nearly a second turnover. Essentially is on that possession. And some really good early defense from Penn State to begin this game.
And this is what Penn State wants in the half-court set. They want to make sure they're disruptive, get some stops, and get some scores on the other end. We already saw that press that they like to run.
An offensive foul called here. Looks like they got Campbell.
Foul on number 22, Allie Campbell. Her first, team first.
Purdue coming off the loss to Ohio State. 3 straight losses since beating Northwestern as a part of a stretch of basketball that was pretty good over a 4-game span. They were playing better, beat Wisconsin during that stretch as well, had a 6-point loss to Nebraska. Nice pull up there, goes down for Jones. She has really given this season her all.
And that's exactly how you beat the press. You get in inside the middle, work the ball, make sure you're using those passes on time, on target. But getting in the heart of the defense is important, and Spider, as everyone calls her, loves to get inside in that mid-range.
Destiny Lombard with the steal, pass up ahead to Bass. Tried to give it back to Lombard. Allie Campbell, a nice defense to take it away for Penn State. And kind of a double whammy with the foul. Victoria Santana going to check in for Penn State. Odin will check out.
We saw Victoria in the starting lineup last time around. She's that commander that Coach Keeger is trying to urge this team to be. Everyone, she's calling everyone to step up, and Victoria is one of those numbers that she's calling.
Now Elliott, nice strong move down low.
Yeah, Gabby's 5'10", but the way she can create mismatches and go up, down on the below and post up on you, her versatility is unmatched.
Averaging 14 points per game since the end of January. Rebound there from Grace Hall. And her rebounding can really help ignite this Penn State offense. Get a travel called there on Tamara Johnson.
Well, I mentioned Gabby Elliott doing everything and more on the offensive end. Look at this. She can post up, take you off the dribble, and finish inside. She's such a versatile scorer, and Coach describes her as fearless. She plays with an edge. She gives us that competitiveness that we need every single game. So a great addition for this team.
Nice pull-up in transition from Lombard. Well, Katie Gerald told us we want to run. They're doing that right now. Quick bucket.
And they're working in the mid-range. A lot of great quality looks, getting high, efficient shots inside.
She likes the defense right now from Lombard. Campbell, the fade, couldn't hit. Good rebound from Jones. There's the mid-range game again. Came up short. But you see how quickly Bass is running the floor, too. That's what, again, was the game plan for Katie Gerald's. Pull-up is good from Gabby Elliott. Tough shot.
The senior's feeling good. Hey, it's senior day. She's She can call her own number inside and out. You want to get her going.
Fearless any given night is the theme for Gabby Elliott, who transferred from Michigan State. Got some contact down low and an offensive foul. This is going back to Penn State. And getting set to check in, Gracie Merkel, their leading scorer, 15 points per game, just under 9 rebounds a game, coming off her 4th straight double-double. Again, didn't start if you tuned in late because Penn State started all 5 seniors on senior day. But she has been really incredible this season.
You also see Kendall Purdue coming in as well to combat that size inside with Gracie Merkel coming in. She's going to try to push her out. She's going to need help also from her teammates. I'm going to watch out for the intentional coverage because I think they're going to try to double her inside, and she loves that cross-screen action.
Right away they go to her. Right away she gets her first bucket.
And that's what she can do. You got to do your work early, try to push her out so she doesn't get deep positioning inside to finish.
8-4 start for Penn State. Quick 3 from Layden. Couldn't knock it down, but that's her game. Long outlet feed up ahead, the sidestep, and a pretty finish from Gabby Elliott, who's off to a strong start.
Gabby's feeling good. Slow, in control, bucket right there for the easy lay.
Elliott's got 8 of the first 10 for Penn State. 7-0, Lady Lion run. Pull up to stem the tide from Jones, drops down. She hit the half-court shot at shoot-around today, was feeling pretty good this morning. Back-to-back games in double figures for Jones entering today.
Here's that cross-screen action. And that double coverage, backing and fronting Gracie.
Led to the turnover that Purdue is trying to force. Snap feed, down low to left.
Offensive end is endless. The fact that she can attack the basket, shoot the 3, work in ISO situations. She's been incredible to start.
Bit of a heat check there. Her mom, dad, brother, 2 nieces, all making the trip for the game today to watch her on senior day. Sophie Swanson didn't get the start today for Purdue. Subtle switch in the lineup, but she's playing really well over the last month. Just a strategic change today for the Boilermakers, who have 5 to shoot. The pull-up, all 3 field goals for Purdue at Ben mid-range jumpers just like that. Didn't go down. Lofty, dangerous pass, tapped out, and Santana can settle it down.
And that's something about this Penn State team. I mean, they're great at sharing the ball, but a lot of turnovers for this squad, something they want to clean up moving forward. They play with a lot of pace, but it can be risky.
There it is, right on cue. Purdue feasting on those risks being taken by Penn State. They kick out, move it around the perimeter. Swanson, really good 3-point shooter, nails it.
As a shooter, you can tell when those shots are going in. A nice high arcing shot, great follow through. Sophie Swanson, you have to locate her and make those 3s tough.
39% for her last season. She had 41. It was the 8th most by a freshman in Big Ten history.
Great defense by Kendall Purdue down there.
She is disruptive to say the least. Collier on the drive, whips it out. Another catch and shoot, same spot, but short this time for Jones. Loose ball to Lombard. Collier on the reload. Typically can't give her 2 good looks like that. Couldn't connect. Battle for the rebound to the Nittany Lions.
And Penn State just moving a step slower right now than Purdue. They got to get out and to contest those shots. They had plenty of opportunity. You want to keep Purdue 1 and done as well.
Both teams pretty good on the glass so far. Fairly even through this opening quarter. This will go back to Purdue. Say it was last touched by Merkel there. Look at the Swanson Dury.
Sophie Swanson is one of the best 3-point shooters in the Big Ten. I knew that one was going in. The way she had that high arcing shot, the follow through, everything and more. She was sitting on the bench, but just was able to watch the game unfold and how, Penn State was guarding them. But that's an advantage coming off the bench. She's usually a starter, but I mean, once she gets going as a shooter, once you see that first one going, you start to feel pretty good.
Yep, multiple 3s in her last 5 games. Had an 18-point game against Minnesota, game before last. Her tenacity defensively has really picked up late as well. Here she is again, feeling it on the catch and shoot. Knocks down another. Hot start for Sophie Swanson.
I'm telling you, it just takes that one. And right now, Penn State getting lost on those screens a little bit, but just the ability to come out and knock it down. In for the steal on two ways. She's been great.
Katie Jones loves that. It's a quick 8 points for Sophie Swanson. Kind of her own mini 8-0 run. Purdue on top 14-10. And Swanson doing it on both ends. She's got now 6 straight games with multiple threes. Here's a look at that last triple she knocked out.
Sophie Swanson's confidence has been incredible in her sophomore campaign on both ways, not just the three-point shot. She can also be disruptive as well and get her own buckets in this way in transition. No one able to catch up with her to capitalize on the two-point play.
Reminder for Purdue fans, you tuned in late. Control your own destiny entering today to try to make the Big Ten tournament, currently in that 15th and final spot of 15 teams to make the tournament. You got to win today and win on Sunday against IU to control their own destiny and make the tournament. On the Penn State side of things, you need to win today, win Sunday against Rutgers, and you need a Northwestern loss to Nebraska on Sunday as well, entering what should be a fun, dramatic final weekend of Big Ten play. Of course, you got the UCLA-USC game for the Big Ten regular season title. And here on the other end of the spectrum, these two teams trying to get in and sneak in to that final spot in tournament play.
I know we are almost a week away from the tournament, but every game down the stretch has felt like it because the magnitude and just what they know it's at stake every single game. I mean, I already know that time's going to be so much fun in Indy. I can't wait to get up there.
There's definitely a play-in feel to this one. 6 to shoot. Oh, cashes in from 3. Answering back to the Swanson shots.
She threw up the trays to the bench, too, and the ability to stretch the floor, known as a defender, but what she can provide on the offensive end, that can get you going.
Penn State looking for what would be their 300th Big Ten win in program history tonight. Down 1 with 1:30 to go in this first quarter. Been a good one. They wanted Swanson again. They'll give it to her again. The pirouette in the paint. Purity shot didn't go for Swanson.
That would have been a highlight shot right there. That was beautiful.
Jill Jaycott in the game now for Penn State. Oden's back in. Couldn't connect from 3. Purdue doing a nice job on Merkel early down low. Feed Bass, who has the height advantage in the paint, and used it.
Used her dribble to carve a lane for herself to finish on the other side. Just great hands, great footwork, and great finishing as well.
So smart, seeing angles down low. That's a tough task, though, to keep Gracie Merkel quiet for very long.
Penn State worked on that pass all shoot around, and they knew if they're on that opposite side, that dish to Gracie, that's an automatic assist for you, and Gracie's going to finish it every single time.
Purdue head coach Katie Gerald told us it's just such a unique player to guard, how they use her. Swanson, a nice pump fake, pulling out all the tricks in the bag early. That shot didn't go. Bass looking for Swanson again, underneath and in.
Sophie Swanson's motor is unmatched, and she kept hunting for her shot. She missed the first one, but still pursued it to get the extra lay.
Campbell opposite way, cashes in the senior from 3. I don't think Sophie Swanson has stopped moving this quarter.
No.
Long distance heave comes up short from Layden. It was Sophie Swanson's quarter for Purdue. Nebraska. Then you would be able to get into the Big Ten tournament. So hope still alive. Gabby Elliott, Sophie Swanson leading the way so far for both teams.
And Gabby came in and started, and she got things rolling for Penn State, but Sophie Swanson off the bench has been magnificent, able to sit a little bit, see how they were guarding this team, but she's done it from beyond the arc, inside and out. We've seen some crafty moves already, and right now Purdue just really capitalizing in the mid-range.
That has been the name of the game. Their first 3 buckets came from mid-range, have continued that theme so far into the second quarter. Foul called on Rashunda Jones. They call her Spider, part of that length. Goes back to high school getting that nickname. She was being recruited.
Yeah, she's quick. She provides energy and impact. And Coach KG said she's never called her Rashunda. It's always Spider. And whenever someone does say Rashunda, she's like, wait, what? Oh, Spider, yeah. But, I mean, that just speaks to her name.
Reagan Bash just adopted the Spider mindset. The steal and drops it off to Jones. Three-point lead for Purdue. At one point, it was a 7-0 run at the tail end of the opening quarter. Purrier couldn't hit that in the paint, but that's her game. They wanted to try to get to that in the early stages of the second quarter. Have to watch that matchup between her and Merkel down low. About 3-inch height difference. But Purdue can match the physicality. Seven to shoot. Elliott's already knocked down 1-3. Little contact there. Purdue will take it the other way. There's more contact the other way, and it's going to be a foul called on Bass.
And a smart play by Jayla Odens to stand her ground on this one. She knew she was coming full speed, so she waits to embrace all of it so she can get this call. An offensive foul for Bass, and Bass is needed in this lineup. She's going to head to the bench, but she's going to be used for that speed. Right now, 2 fouls, and that's something Coach Katie Gerald's wanted coming in, knowing the size that Penn State has. They wanted to run and gun, get some run opportunity, and she looked for Reagan Bass for that.
So take Bass out. Collier comes in. Quick Penn State bucket. Grace Hall able to capitalize. Rashunda Jones, nice pass, good idea. Foul called. Puryear couldn't get there because she was held up a little bit. Let's take a look back at that last bucket that made it a 1-point game.
Yeah, this was a nice bucket right here. Just keeping the dribble, going inside, absorbing the contact, but a strong finish from Hall.
The battle, and Gabby Elliott with the steal, calling for Campbell. 2 seniors being honored today, trying to connect on the fast break, but they'll back it out. 2 with a 5 honored before the game on senior day here for Penn State. Seven to shoot, shot clock winding down again. Looks like they get a call and we'll go back the other way.
I like the defense though from Kendall, because there was a mismatch right there, and the speed that Jayla possesses, she was still able to stay in front of her and passed it up.
3 seconds in the key call on that last possession. Into the paint, nice adjustment. And foul shots coming up here for Rashunda Jones.
And Rashunda has been magnificent in the mid-range, but she's also known for her attack as well. Staying aggressive, finding open lanes for herself, and getting contact just like this is exactly her mindset every single game. Knowing that she is a speed problem. Like, if you try to get in front of her, she's going to blow past you. She's trying to get on that right or left hip. And once you are, I mean, she's trying to find a lane to the cup every single time.
A part of a group of underclassmen for Purdue that have made up 65% of their scoring this year.
A very young squad, and, you know, something Katie Gerald's mentioned, just through the youth of this team, the adversity, sickness, injuries, whatever the case might be, they show up together. And the togetherness of this group she's super proud of, because you would never know, indicating from their record, how connected this group is.
That basket's waved off. Get an offensive foul called. They got Odin. See what she did here. We're going to look at it, try to see where the foul was.
First second, team third, number 20, Leah Walker.
So right here, Jayla Odin trying to go inside. And I thought it was a clean look. The facial reaction. But the contact going up got called for it.
Yep.
Here's the press already.
Jones trying to get into the D again. Will flip it out. Lombard's 3 came up short. Lombard, a 5th-year player on a relatively young Purdue team. Into the corner, opposite way. Johnson couldn't hit the 3. Now the pace is kind of feeding into Purdue's hands because this is where they want to play. Lombard on the drop-off, easy bucket.
And Destiny, running alongside her, was able to capitalize off of that. But like you mentioned, the pace that they want to play with, they're going to get a lot of those transition looks.
Already with their eyes up again here. Late in the part of that underclassmen group. But again, makes up a lot of the scoring for this Purdue team. 4 of their top scorers in league play, either freshmen or sophomores. Odin time to corral it, couldn't connect it. Offensive board, second chance. Reload from 3. Hall couldn't get the roll.
Shonda's going to slow this down. A lot of pace, a lot of back and forth, but want to get something quality on this half-court set.
Curl off the screen for Jones. Opted not to take the mid-range and just slithered right in.
Nice high IQ look, coming off the stagger screen, finding a lane for himself, but just the footwork to get inside.
Largest lead for both teams. Chance to potentially extend it here for Purdue after that last stop. Purdue group that struggled to score consistently this year, off to a really strong start. Efficient start offensively in this one, shooting 50% from the field on a 6-0 run over the last nearly 2 minutes. And doing it on the road. A lot of contact down low. Lombard got opened up and cashed in. Make it a 9-0 Purdue run.
Threes working in Purdue's favor right now, and they feel hot inside and out.
The other way, a travel call to the Purdue bench is up and playing with a lot of pace and hitting threes right now as well.
Put on your track shoes. They are running, trying to get some rim run opportunities in transition. Rashunda finding Destiny inside for the look. And then also off the dribble, just the ability to carve space for yourself, looking for an open shot at the rim, the high efficiency. Destiny also getting a 3. They're working inside and out, but just the patience overall to get high quality looks.
Sponsored by State Farm, so right on cue, those points off the turnovers. Really been lucrative so far for Katie Geralds and this Purdue group. Love seeing her up in the defensive stance too, kind of playing defense with them.
Yeah, you know what's at stake tonight. You know you control your own destiny. Purdue right now is sitting at 15. Only 15 teams can go to Indy to play in the Big Ten tournament. So where does it start? On the defensive end, and I think Purdue has answered to that challenge to set the tone already in this first half. But they got to keep it going, got to keep it moving, and keep Penn State on their toes.
Saw her assistant there, Kelly Kamara, who was the 2002 Big Ten Defensive Player of the Year for Purdue. Everyone locking in defensively right now, but the Boilermakers up 10 with under 5 to go in this opening half. Must-win game for both teams. You lose it and you're eliminated from contention to make the Big Ten tournament. Step back for Lombard. The rebound for Steele. And then a battle in the backcourt gave it away. Another turnover. Swanson right on cue. Cashes in. Sophie Swanson feasting off of turnovers today and having one of the best games of her season.
I told you this game means everything and more, and Purdue is playing like it. Yes, that 3 was good, but Lana McCarthy, got to give her a shout out for diving on the floor. Those hustle plays matter in these games.
McCarthy to steal. On this end, trying to deny the post. Swanson's got 15 points now.
Look at this, diving on the floor, getting on the floor, making sure that you keep the play alive, and Destiny passing off to Sophie, the penetration and kick, and Sophie, you know she's going to have your back on that one, knocking down the 3. Excellent job up here. Katie Geralds, you have to be proud of this team of how they've been able to set the tone on offense and defense.
Gonna tie up here. Arrow will stay on this end. And it seems like they took like a conditioning booster pill or something before this game today, because Purdue is everywhere. You look at the bottom 4 right now in the Big Ten standings. Again, bottom 3 do not make it. Purdue has that last spot, is what we're showing you as the bucket goes in for the Lady Lions. But Penn State still with an opportunity. If they were to win this, win Sunday against Rutgers, and Northwestern would lose to Nebraska, they could still make the Big Ten tournament. Purdue trying to control their own destiny by winning today and Sunday. Might be heat check time for Sophie Swanson. Step back. They'll give it a whistle. I believe did they call a foul? They did before the shot. Looks like it was on that screen. Yeah, moving there. Penn State just one of their last 7 on this end. Can Elliott get re-involved? Why not?
Sophie Swanson got caught on Gracie Merkel's screen just enough time for Gabby Elliott to get that 3 off.
Again, Elliott on her senior day, played her last couple of seasons at Michigan State before transferring to Penn State. Tough task of defending Swanson right now, who is really feeling it. Another 3 for the Boilermakers. This time it's Jones.
Rashonda's feeling it too.
That's one of 5 threes they've hit now. McCarthy the board, pushing it again. In the backcourt, Petrie having a little trouble getting back into the play. Swanson once more, give her 17. Got the switch she wanted and took advantage.
I would not want to guard Sophie Swanson because of her craftiness, the ability to make her own lane. But as you watch this, Sophie Swanson getting caught up on the other end, just enough time to get off the 3 for Gabby. And it's 3s everywhere. Rashonda's feeling good too. She's like, I'm going to get a 3 as well. Trade them buckets back to back. And the last one right here, Sophie Swanson. This is what I'm talking about. Off the dribble, she's so crafty. Just an acrobatic move right there. Inside out. She's like, yeah, I'm a 3-point shooter, but I can take it off the dribble as well.
How about the right hand on the left side? Just looks so smooth.
That's a highlight play. She's had a lot of highlight plays lately in this game, and it's only the first half.
You can see doubling up her season average in the first half. Sophie Swanson having the game of her season right now. She's got this Purdue team shooting 55% from the field. Had that point in the first quarter where she went on her own 8-0 run, had a couple of key steals, and looks unguardable right now.
Well, we were at shoot-arounds, and I want to let everyone know she hit the half-court shot. Okay, so it was just that type of day, right? That was around like 12, 1 o'clock. So she's been feeling it today. I wonder what she ate for breakfast.
Again, didn't start today after starting the last couple of games, just a subtle switch in the lineup. Meanwhile, the answer here from Jayla Oden was much needed for Penn State. Pulling back with an 11. Can they make it a single-digit game heading into the locker room? 1:35 to go in the half. Double comes in the post. McCarthy was in trouble. Don't forget, coming up on the All-State Halftime Show, we take a look around the Big Ten and recap all the first half action. Gonna be a big weekend coming up here, just getting started. Each of these teams with a game left in the regular season after today.
I like that defense we just saw from Penn State. Gabby Elliott coming down, digging, trying to help Gracie Merkel down low. That's what you like from your guards. You don't want to be left on the island, and just that help, that double coverage is always so suffocating.
Oden steps right into a 3. Pretty good look, couldn't hit. Penn State last led with 3:44 to go in the first quarter. Then it was a big Purdue run. Contact down low here, call going against the Lady Lions.
But I like the aggressiveness of Penn State. I mean, we've seen them take a lot of charges this entire game, sacrificing their bodies, trying to absorb the contact. And Jayla Oden right here, not lucky on the call, but I still like the mindset of all of these players right now. 3 fouls, not ideal, but you want to keep that level of aggressiveness.
That was the 3rd foul on Oden. She checks out, likely for the rest of this half. Jones into the defense once again. Just getting a step. On the Penn State side of things, Gracie Merkel, 2 for 2 from the field right now. Would you like to see her get involved a bit more?
Every single time, you know, Penn State runs the offense, it needs to go through Gracie Merkel. And it doesn't necessarily mean she needs to score it, but they need to get her some touches inside so it can go inside and out.
She's got 4 straight double-doubles. Just hasn't really consistently been in the offense today, though. This time, it is a good finish from Johnson off the glass. And shot clock is off for the final possession of this first half here at the Bryce Jordan Center. Purdue looking to stretch their lead into the locker room. Jones got the switch. Good defense from Elliott as usual. But an 11-point Purdue lead after 2 quarters. trying to come out hot here on their senior day. Campbell, the board, fittingly a senior. Over to Elliott, another senior, and she knocks down the third.
I love just the offensive punch that Gabby has brought to this team, that extra grit, that toughness, that edge that Coach Keeger loves.
Bass extending her range. Came up a little short there. This will be the question mark, and they continue to get Merkel involved in the second half.
Big smile coming from Gracie Merkel to get some offense going. She had 4 points in that first half. I mentioned Gabby Elliott, but you need that inside attack coming from Gracie Merkel.
Absolutely been instrumental in their offense, just under 16 points per game. 4 straight double-doubles, 3 of 3 from the field today. Purdue wanted to pull her out on the perimeter today. Collier ran into trouble, 2 on the shot clock. Turns, couldn't connect. Rebound, though, for Bass. Goes up, got blocked there by Johnson.
Just walling up, staying straight, discipline on defense.
Penn State turnovers has been a part of the narrative all season long. So we noticed heading into the locker room initially, Merkel was limping a bit, and then here again, coming out of the locker room in this third quarter, still favoring the leg. I mentioned before the half, this was her walking into the locker room a little gingerly. Again, she's their leading scorer. She's their most consistent scorer, most consistent rebounder. The transfer from Bellarmine after the 2022-23 season. Came in last May. Really put a lot of work into her craft in the weight room. Here is Hall from long distance. There's a big shot for Penn State. All of a sudden, it's back to a 5-point game.
A couple of threes is all you need to get back into this game, and Gabby and just the seniors being able to get this done.
8-0 Penn State run here out of the locker room. They trailed by 11 at the break. Still time to work with here for Campbell, an 8 to shoot. Campbell might have to take it now. She does. Around and out. Merkel the board though. Got it down low. Back to Campbell, who flips it up and in.
As soon as Gracie got the ball, so much attention swarming around her, but great movement from Allie Campbell without the ball to cut to the basket for the lay.
And Merkel clearly battling through something, but still making a big impact on that possession. Jones got blocked, second effort, and a foul called.
You saw 3 white jerseys surrounding in the paint, but the way Hall is able to get some trays like this to get her team going, the bench loves it as well. Throwing the trays up. We saw back-to-back threes to get right into it and cut the deficit. And look, all this attention, there's about 3 black jerseys around Gracie Merkel, but when you're a vet, you know to move without the basketball, come inside to get an open shot. If there's about 3 people on you, that means I'm open. So try to move without the basketball, and that's how Allie was able to get that bucket.
That felt like a momentum shifter, those last couple of possessions, the Hall 3, and then the second effort Campbell bucket. Grace Hall, one of the seniors honored today. Her mom is here. Gabby Elliott with the basketball right now. Her mom, dad, brother, and 2 nieces are here watching her.
Which is special. I mean, every bucket, every moment just means so much more during senior day.
Merkel's starting to really do work on the glass. Hobbling, but dishing out assists. Another one to Campbell. Back to a 3-point game.
Great connection between the both of them.
Step back, Swanson picking up where she left off.
And that's how she's been able to create a lot of her looks, that step back, using her footwork and just high IQ moves to get off a 3-point shot.
Season high 20 points for Sophie Swanson, 4-5 from 3-point range. All of this coming off the bench today for Swanson. A travel call. This is going back to Purdue.
Well, look at this. Gracie Merkel again, just looking straight ahead, knew she would have someone cutting to the basket. Allie is the beneficiary of that. And then right here, the step back, back. That's just nasty right there to get that three-point shot. She is having one of those days that the basket just looks so big for her.
It's like an ocean right now for Swanson. All of it in 11 minutes, too. 20 points in 11 minutes. Laid in. She said earlier today at shoot-around, and we take a lot of threes in shoot-around. We typically do well, and they're doing that. They're following that up.
The basket looks big for everybody for Purdue.
It does. They're back to a 9-point game. Momentum switching off the threes now for Purdue.
Almost some miscommunication with that handoff from Gracie.
The floater. Swanson the rebound. That matchup between Elliott and Swanson has been one to watch. And now Elliott takes the matchup on this end. Bullet pass, though. Around and out from Jones. Second effort rebound for McCarthy, and she goes up and in.
Just that extra opportunity and just staying calm and poised underneath the basket.
10-2 run. Merkel battling down low through some pain right now. Both teams exchanging runs to begin this second half here in State College.
100,000 orders confirmed.
You got circles. Let's hydrate America. Let's go.
Adam Devine ordered 100,000 bottles, so we're delivering them all across the country.
You got circle.
You got Circle.
Wow. Wow.
Just dial it up for more flavor.
I don't like drinking water, but this is really good.
Hey guys, we got Circle.
You got circle.
Apparently, y'all got circle. Honey, we have a problem.
Joshua Walker, world's best backwards basketball shooter.
6 grams of protein, loaded with fiber, and they come in over 20 tasty flavors. Blue Diamond almonds might be the world's best snack. I should know.
Can your snack do all that?
My mother told me, don't forget to pray, 'cause there'll be hard times. Hard times. Oh, yeah. Well, I soon found out just what she meant.
Okay, Little Wendy's hack. If you want a super fresh, high-quality burger every time, tell them you want a hamburger. That's a hack, right? No? A hack-free burger made fresh for you? Gotta be Wendy's.
March is on. The 2025 TIAA Big Ten Women's Basketball Tournament returns to Gainbridge Fieldhouse in Indianapolis. March 5th through the 9th. Watch some of the best players in the country compete to cut down the nets. Tickets are on sale now, so head to big10.org/WBBT to secure your seats today. Give your team a home court advantage as they battle for a tournament title. Don't miss the 2025 TIAA Big Ten Women's Basketball Tournament in Indianapolis.
9-point Purdue lead, 8-0 run for the Boilermakers. 4:41 to go in this third quarter. Take a look at Gracie Merkel. Maybe not feeling 100%, but still doing some work. This tonight's Good Hands play sponsored by Allstate.
She has 6 points so far, but the biggest impact is her ability to dish. Look, if Purdue wants to double, it's okay. She's going to do the look ahead and make sure she sets up her teammates for success. And Allie Campbell being the beneficiary of that, but playing through some pain right now. She's trying to give everything in the tank for her team.
Absolutely, still drawing attention. But that attention has led to her now dishing out the assist to Campbell down low.
Number 24, Gracie Merkel at the line, shooting 2.
And Penn State wants to continue to play inside and out with the presence of Gracie Merkel inside at 6'6". They've been doubling her. They've been sending multiple bodies to try to make things tough.
Mentioned Merkel transferred over. She got here early this past May to start working with the training staff. 4 straight double-doubles entering today. Playing some of her best basketball. Elliott nearly got that rebound. I think she did. And then forced the turnover as it went off the leg of Jones. So it'll stay with Penn State. Penn State had a really good start to this second half. Purdue countered with a run led by Sophie Swanson. Who else?
double on Gracie that I mentioned. Guards helping out.
Get a travel call there on Campbell. Took a little hop. Grace Hall going to check back in for Penn State.
It makes you second guess when you're trying to get inside to Gracie Merkel. And the double came, but look, Sophie Swanson, they know they're going to come for that cross screen action, and Gracie's going to try to get it on that block, but I mean, you're trying to get it inside, you're trying to move and find a way, but right now Purdue being very disruptive and beating them to their spots.
Swanson against Elliott again. Puryear's calling for it. Hasn't really gotten involved too much offensively today, but her physicality has been felt. Here's Collier around and down.
I love the patience on that offensive set. Kendall Puryear was working down low, trying to carve a space for her. A lot of penetration and kick inside and out, and found an open three.
Collier transferred from Marion on the NAIA level. She shot 40% from three every year in the NAIA, and now a foul called on this end. Oden will go to the free throw line, look back at that last three as Purdue continues to strike from long distance.
And look, when the play broke down, just the ability to find an open three-point shooter. When you penetrate, a lot of attention is going to collapse inside, and that's going to be an open three every single time.
2 shots.
8th three of the game for Purdue. A group that came into today 15th in the Big Ten in three-point percentage, but knocking them down really consistently throughout the course of the evening. The lead is back to 12. Lombard, nice ball movement, another three, off the iron. Was a really good look at a potential 9th from long range.
We're going to see this press come from Penn State more often, trying to create some pressure and disruption, try to slow them down as well on Purdue's end.
The loser of this one eliminated from contention to make the 15-team Big Ten tournament. Hall and this senior group for Penn State on senior day, trying to keep their hopes alive to get there. Elliott called for the foul. Definitely need her the rest of the way in this game.
And Sophie Swanson at 5'10", her hustle down low. A lot of things she does that doesn't show up in the box score. She got a little tip of that rebound. She's working.
Still don't think she stopped moving since this game has started.
No, I'm tired watching her. The way she's just moving around, and she doesn't get tired at all. I love her hustle. I love her grit. Just everything that she brings for this team.
Puts the peer pressure on us all to hit the treadmill after the game. Puryear got doubled. It was a good double team, and now back comes Elliott. Extra pass back to Oden. Good look.
A good shot for a great shot. I mean, just to pass it back, reset yourself. That three almost was unbalanced for Jayla, but to pass it, get it back, set yourself up, you had enough time to get it off, and she did.
Fans here at Penn State love it. They get the tees for threes after the last triple, and their team pulls within single digits. Swanson. And it was really, Sophie's been amazing, but also you look at the context of when she's done this, when Penn State was in front early on in the game. It was the Sophie Swanson run. Then Penn State gets within 3 to begin this half. It's another Sophie Swanson run. She has done it in big moments.
She's only a sophomore, and just to see her grow and develop, we saw a lot of these buckets come for her in her freshman year, but now she just has a better understanding for the game. It's slowed down for her. She's making those clutch shots. We know her as a three-point shooter, but she can also take you at the bounce as well. But just what she can do for this team is going to take Purdue a long way, and I'm excited to see her growth and development throughout the years.
Here's that press from Penn State. Foul called in the backcourt.
Fouls number 12, Jayla Oden, her 4th.
It's her 4th.
Team third, number 22.
So Oden will check out. Wonder how long she will stay on the bench. 90 seconds left in the third quarter. Penn State looking for a couple of stops heading into the fourth. Easier said than done right now. Elliott is all over Swanson trying to stop her to get the ball. And now back comes Campbell. Leading it up to Hall. Good adjustment. Got her own miss. Got fouled. And one for Grace Hall.
Grace Hall has been the X factor for Penn State, but credit to the defensive end. The way they are able to start the break, start it on the other end. Look at that, finishing through contact, staying strong with the ball, cleaning up the glass. But I want to give credit to the other end. Gabby Elliott was face guarding Sophie Swanson. So that left them nowhere to go. They were able to steal and score, some hesitation, second guessing, and they were able to get that out on the run.
So again, door open here for Penn State. Final minute of the third quarter. Purdue wins today, and they win on Sunday against Indiana. They would get into the Big Ten tournament in that final spot. But still a lot of basketball to be played in this all-important final regular season weekend to Big Ten women's basketball. 10 to shoot for Jones. They were denying Swanson. Go to the opposite side. 2 to shoot. Jones, good look. Got it.
Coach Keeger has challenged her team to step it up on defense and create some pressure, but Rashonda Jones still finding a way.
About a 9-second difference between shot clock and game clock. 9-point game, make it a 7-point game.
Grace Hall has been everything for this team. Has had some timely buckets to cut down the deficit.
Swanson gets picked up full court by Elliott. 14 seconds left in the third quarter. Four to shoot. Jones takes it herself, couldn't finish.
Pass off the ball right now. She was excellent. She had 8 points in that third quarter. They turned up the defensive pressure, man to man. And also, Grace Hall again, timely buckets coming from her. They need more of that. And just across the board, at first it was Gabby Elliott doing all the work, but just to have that contribution from others has been huge. And then keeping Purdue one and done as well on the glass.
It was a big shot for a Penn State team that went 3 of 4 from 3 in the third. Swanson the ball fake, Swanson the finish in the lane. She's got 25.
I don't think we can say Sophie Swanson's name enough. She's been the steady Eddie, just the consistent factor for Purdue.
Unguardable has tied her career high now. Nearly jumped the passing lane there. Merkel just got the position. Again, was appearing to battle through pain for most of this game. Still doing that, has her team within 6. A resilient effort from Merkel, who isn't 100% right now. This game definitely has a play-in type of feel to it. Jones, stop and pop. That's been her range today.
Yeah, she's doing a great job off those screens set for her in the mid-range. It's been money every single time. The ability to just work off them and get your money spots.
Santana, nice scoop and score. Right back to a 6-point game we go. Right back down low to McCarthy. A foul called on Merkel, who thought it was a clean block.
You want to challenge Gracie Merkel down low when you have that one-on-one battle. But man, has it been fun for both of these teams. Grace Hall, timely buckets, big-time 3 right there. The bench loves it. And Sophie Swanson all day, she's been a bucket. The ability to get crafty around the rim and drive and take it. And Santana as well, absorbing the contact. It didn't matter who was standing in front of her. She was going to find a way to get to the rim.
On the floor right now for Purdue, you've got Rashonda Jones, McKenna Layden, Sophie Swanson, Destiny Lombard back into the game. And McCarthy goes 1 for 2 at the free throw line. Looks like Reagan Bass is going to check in for Purdue. So McCarthy will come out. Bass got the start today. They were doing well with her running the floor. That was a part of the mentality Katie Gerald's really wanted.
Yeah, Katie Gerald wants pace in this matchup, and Reagan Bass brings so much of that, so expect some rim run opportunities.
Swanson taking the matchup defensively as well against Elliott. Those two continue to go at one another. Elliott wins that round.
A lot of great help defense coming from Purdue, but Gabby Elliott, the way she can create her own shots, rising above her defender, makes it makes it difficult to contest.
This is not going to be an easy finish for either side. 5-point game. 6:50 to go. Jones, a tough finish there.
Rashonda Jones is 5'8", and her size does not matter because of her speed and her ability to absorb contact, body her defenders. She uses that to her advantage.
And then gets the steal. That's why they call her Spider. The length, the finish.
She's everywhere. She has so much heart and hustle, and she puts it all out on the floor every single night.
Campbell trying to answer. Quick shot. Quick rebound for Swanson. Quick burst the other way. Swanson takes it herself. She'll stop, put it up, and get fouled.
Rashonda has been everywhere. Spider getting the job done off the bounce. Look at this, muscling her way in. And the way she's been able to be a two-way player, you can't say enough about her game. Steal and score opportunity. On the other end, I think she got a gut check. She lost a little bit of her win, so she's gonna go sit on the bench for a little bit. But what she's done on both ends, and also just guarding the hardest perimeter shooter every single night. 7 assists, organizing the offense. She's asked to do a lot, and she checks off every single box every single night.
Gives Swanson a new career high now. After that last free throw with 26, all off the bench in 21 minutes. Make it 27 now. Jones buckets, then Swanson tacking on, and it's all of a sudden back to 11. The defense has not let up. Just the way this fourth quarter has been played kind of mirrors what both coaches told us about their teams. Despite the records, so much connectivity, so much battle, so much hard work throughout the season. Trying to finish strong. A battle for the rebound. Merkel got it. Shot didn't hit the rim, though. 2 to shoot. And this will, if there's not a call foul-wise, it'd be a shot clock violation.
Gracie Merkel's been trying to work down low, and I thought overall the way she was able to get that bucket is because no one boxed out, so she was able to get the second chance opportunity. But when the shot goes up and Gracie Merkel's inside, you want to make sure you push her out as much as possible so she doesn't get those type of looks.
They did call that a clean block for McCarthy, so a shot clock violation. Collier, corner three. Purdue bench loves it. 10th three of the night for the Boilermakers. The 9-0 run has vaulted the lead back up to 14. Nearly another Sophie Swanson steal, and she gets called for the foul.
I love the hustle, though, and she knew that was a foul on her end. But look at this. This is how you break the press. Get it in the middle, and someone's going to be wide open. That corner three coming. They had 10 threes so far. The basket looks so big for everyone in a Purdue jersey. And it's just that type of night. They've been able to get some inside looks to warm up. With 5 minutes left, I'm pretty sure we're going to see Sophie Swanson get a 3-piece or 30-piece.
That's the next question there. Can she get the 30-piece here? The 27 is a career high. Eight to shoot here for Penn State, in need of buckets. Elliott tried to get it. She did. A foul called. So free throws coming up. Well, for Purdue, you got Rashonda Jones right now at 23. Mentioned Sophie Swanson's 27. first time with 2 20-point scores in the same game since November 16, 2023. You got to go back to throwback for Purdue fans here, Abby Ellis, a fan favorite, and Rashonda Jones against Texas A&M. That game was, again, November 16, 2023. So it has been a minute since that happened. 16th game with at least 10 or more threes under Katie Gerald's for Purdue. The three-point shot has definitely been a fabric of her coaching style, and it has played a big dividend today.
And the efficiency, too, 56% from the floor, 48% from deep. They've been connected on both ends. That 1-2 punch between Rashonda and Sophie Swanson has been magnificent.
Her third, Keith Ford.
Yeah, those two combining for 50 today. Can Swanson get 30-piece? That's the question mark. Meanwhile, can he get out of this double team? It'll be off of Penn State, so Purdue will get another crack at it.
Penn State's going to try to up the pressure. We saw it in that third quarter to cut things down, try to slow some time off of the shot clock. But the more you can make it difficult to get it up the court, the better.
Another foul called. Purdue in the bonus now.
Fouls on number 20, Malaya Walker. Her first. Number 35, Lana McCarthy in for Purdue.
Gracie Merkel is going to come back into this matchup. I believe Penn State's going to be very intentional about getting her some inside looks, and that's going to be important for an inside-out attack. You know, if she can get deep positioning, Gracie Merkel can go to work. There's not much you can do with it, but that has to be the deciding factor for them to get back into this game and try to get some open looks from her.
Big free throws there to keep it now a 16-point game. Book foul on Swanson, who went for the steal.
Foul on number 31, Sophie Swanson.
And this Purdue group really, look at the 2-14 record, does not indicate just how connected they have been off the floor. A group that truly loves each other.
Yeah, and that's something Coach Katie Gerald's talked to us about. Like, typically, like a season like this, it would be tense in the locker room, but it is far from that. They love each other. They lean on each other. And the record doesn't define us, and they know that. But they want to stay together and become one and keep pushing.
Trying to close it out here. Double clutch, the block from Merkel. Jones did well to get it back and still have plenty of time to shoot.
You see the presence that Gracie Merkel has around the rim, not just scoring, but also blocking shots.
83-65 after that last bucket. And you look at what Katie Gerald's and this group have had to go through this year. This is toughest schedule in order. So you got South Carolina, Purdue, Texas, Tennessee. Purdue's gauntlet of a non-conference schedule. And then, of course, the Big Ten does not let up whatsoever. But right from the start, it has been a challenge. And today, trying to bounce back from a really tough loss against Ohio State, have been so resilient.
And it's been tough, and Katie Gerald is very proud of how she's seen this team get better every single day. And Rashonda Jones has answered to the challenge on both ends of the floor. That mid-range has been lethal. It's been money all day long. That's how she got going, using the screens, getting to her kill spots. She's felt it early. And just also setting up the offense as well. She's been magnificent in that manner. Right now, 8 assists. She's been able to do a little bit of everything for her team, and you know, she gets them in their offense, she scores, she defends the best score. Anything you need, Rashonda's gonna give it to you.
Elliott goes up strong for the and one.
The one thing I love about Gabby Elliott's game is her ability to rise over her defenders. That vertical makes her very hard to guard. How she stays with it, how she's able to elevate and finish. it's hard to guard.
Gabby Elliott started at Clemson, then Michigan State. Current Penn State assistant coach Daniel Barber was on the staff as Johnson gets the bucket. He was on the staff at Clemson, now at Penn State, of course, and was part of the recruitment process for her. The block at the other end from Hall. 3:07 to go. Penn State trying to open a door here. It's a slim crack still to look through.
You got to stop. Now you need to score.
And need to do it quickly. Late in the rebounds. If you're Purdue, are you slowing it down here?
I think I would keep it on the attack. The way that Rashonda Jones has been able to get inside looks, but still work your offense to get a quality shot.
Lombard, nice cut, didn't finish. Santana the rebound. Lombard nearly picked your pocket. Quick timeout was called by the Penn State bench.
Timeout with the score of Purdue 83, Penn State 69.
2:16 to go now. Both teams in the bonus the rest of the way. Part of that Purdue tough non-conference schedule was playing South Carolina, playing Kentucky, two potential national championship contenders. Purdue coming off again playing Ohio State. And Autumn, when we look at your end of the season potential awards, you know what you're going up against when you play these teams. Jelani Cambridge for Ohio State had the 33-point game earlier this week. Of course, UCLA showcasing well here, but we'll see what happens.
Yeah, Juju Watkins has been undeniable all season long. I think she put the nation on notice with that 38-point performance with 8 blocks versus UCLA. Jelani Cambridge, she is setting the pace on both ends for this team. She's leading them to possibly hosting the first and second rounds in the NCAA tournament. And Lauren Betts, what can we not say about her at 6'7", what she brings on the defensive end? She makes shots so hard to come across. In Washington, I think they're a sleeper. As I mentioned during our halftime, what they've been able to do and challenge teams has been a match. Illinois being plagued by injuries, yet Shauna Green has this team well connected and how they've been able to push forward. And Coach Corey Close guiding the #1 team in the country for a large part of this season, still on the one line. I could go on and on about the Big Ten and, you know, different awards, but we're going to see how it shakes out. But right now, that's where I think it stands. I think it could definitely change down the stretch.
Yeah, I mean, if there's a team, like you said, you could potentially pick to pull off an upset, Washington would be right up there.
Yep.
In the Big Ten tournament. What a behind the back from Swanson. Tried to go with that right-hand scoop again. Got denied, though, by Hall this time.
Speaking of awards, I think Grace Hall needs the Unsung Hero Award.
This game. Her block basically made it a 12-point game. Trouble on the sideline, out of bounds. Still 1:46 to go. Let's go back to Penn State. They'll get a few subs in. Allie Campbell, Gracie Merkel.
Right now, the time and score is favoring Purdue. You want to slow it down as much as possible. Try to get stops when necessary. You see Purdue fronting and backing right now. Gracie Merkel, because they know they're going to be intentional of getting inside. Sophie Swanson, Lana McCarthy trying to take it away.
Stepping right into a three is Elliott. Single-digit game.
And just like that, made things interesting.
It did. The press making things interesting. Purdue trying to hurry up and beat it, and they do all the way down the floor with Jones.
And that's why you stay aggressive. Yes, time is on your hands, but you want to make sure that you're still being aggressive in your offensive sets, and that's what Rashonda Jones has been doing all game long. Her eyes have been set to the rim, and no one can stop her. She's been able to get in the mid-range, beat you off the dribble. She's using her speed as her superpower.
Turned into a track meet, and Jones won it. All right, so now there's a question mark for who gets that 30 because Jones and Swanson both have, well, Jones now is 28. Swanson's got 27. Wraparound pass. This will stay with Penn State. I mean, did you expect to be seeing that today? 2 Purdue players, 27, 28 points.
Well, knowing what's at stake, I knew multiple people had to come in and contribute at a high level. And both Rashonda and Sophie Swanson has been able to answer that call.
Quick shot, Santana, no. Merkel the rebound. Nearly had it ripped away. McCarthy hit the deck trying to steal it. 1:13 to go, 13 to shoot. It's gonna stay here. All gonna check back in, so is Reagan Bass for Purdue. Walker checking in for Penn State as well. Both teams in the bonus, so Santana goes to the line. Strategical of offense, defense swaps here.
Going to see a little bit more pace come for both with smaller lineups.
Jones, then they got a travel call. Just a slight hesitation on him as she hit about the halfway line.
She's so fast, she tried to stop her on that self and just took one extra step. But Spider is being called Spider for a reason. The way she can get anywhere on the court, took an extra step right there, trying to stop herself with all that momentum moving forward.
Okay, come this way just a little bit.
If Penn State wants to stay in this, they need that to go down, and it does for Gabby Elliott. On her senior day, makes it a 7-point game, keeping the Penn State hopes alive for now. Swanson ran into contact, and Allie Campbell foul. Free throws coming up.
Gabby Elliott knows what this means. As a senior, big-time players make big-time plays. A very timely three right there. And right out of that three, you saw Coach Giger say, pressure, pressure, pressure. They put the press in place, trying to get that trap on one end to cause some disruption, because you're right in it with this game. It can come down to a lot of free throws down the stretch, but there is still enough time for Penn State to get this done.
And first free throw from Swanson off the mark, 86% of the season, gets the second one to go. Give her 28 points now. Things getting a little dicey down the stretch. Quick feed, quick three. Well off the mark from Campbell, but they'll reload. Still 18 to shoot. Campbell short. Rebound saved and kept in bounds, and a foul, and Jones headed to the free throw line.
Penn State was able to get multiple looks, working on the offensive flash, just trying to get themselves back into this game with seconds winding down on the clock.
Number 2, Rashunda Jones.
Jones, an 84% free throw shooter.
Pass down low to Gracie Merkel so she can get deep this positioning inside and go to work.
Nearly got a bucket there. Elliott will want that one back. Then another quick foul.
Timeout on the floor with the score of Purdue 89.
Timeout on the floor here.
30 seconds.
They're combining for 58 points. Rashunda Jones and Sophie Swanson, both career highs. And Gabby Elliott on her senior day, putting up 28 with her family in the stands, watching her, traveling in from Michigan.
And look, I know we said it was senior day, but the ability to step up, two sophomores and Rashunda Jones and also Sophie Swanson, 30-piece, 28-piece, the way they were able to come out and set the tone on the defensive end, and I thought the offense followed right after. There are 3 sophomores and 2 freshmen, and sometimes no subs in for experience for Purdue. But that doesn't matter. They come out here and they just play basketball. And something that I spoke to Coach Katie Geralds about is, like, what growth have you seen from this young group? And she talked about their understanding. If there's a defensive assignment or offensive scheme that they need to run, they now understand the why and the how and how they can do it when they're doing it. So I'm excited to see this young group continue to grow and develop over the years in a Purdue jersey.
It's a bright future ahead. The guards, the front court group for Katie Geralds. It's team that's really just a full year and a half-ish removed from being in the NCAA tournament. Jones pushing it up here. Finds Swanson, who now has her chance for the 30-piece.
We're going to get a lot of free throws down the line, and Penn State trying to send some traps and get Purdue flustered. So out of those traps, they can try to get a steal and score opportunity.
Number 31, Sophie Swanson at the line. 2 shots.
And now to get the 30-piece possibly, again, Sophie Swanson.
There's 29. Join Rashenda Jones with 30, just off the mark there. With 29 for Swanson. Elliott got hit from 3 and knocked it down with 12.1 left to go.
The celebration was everything, too. She said 1, 2, 3, count it.
And give her 31 on the night.
I love it. The way she's been able to come into this game, the snatch back, the 3, count it. 1, 2, 3. You see her counting it, and now she's going to have an opportunity to make it 4 at the line. Hey, it's your senior night. You gotta have fun with it.
You do. These moments, she'll never forget them. 31 points on senior night.
That was one of the toughest threes I've seen. And one of the toughest players overall in this Big Ten.
With her mom, dad, brother, and 2 nieces watching. Made it a 7-point game. Timeout with 12.1 to go.
Full timeout.
Yeah, shout out to these seniors too on senior night for Penn State. Just coming in and repping Penn State on your jersey means something to every one of these girls, and every moment just means so much.
Just to remind people tuning in, potentially looking for hockey coming up next. You got Ohio State and Michigan still on the horizon. In Columbus, ranked rivalry matchup. As the hockey postseason is also right around the corner. And here in State College, loser of this game eliminated from contention of making the Big Ten tournament. Top 15 teams making it this year in the expanded Big Ten. Purdue holding on to that 15th and final spot, but still have to play Indiana on Sunday, and will need to win that as well to make the Big Ten tournament. Really can't say enough about what Gabby Elliott has done today, tying her career high with 32. Quickly get it in, time going off the clock with 10. Penn State looking for a steal initially, then a quick foul.
Fouls on number 22, Allie Campbell. Her 4th. Number 34, Reagan Bass, checks back in for Purdue. Number 44, Gracie Merkel is from Penn State.
You mentioned Purdue playing Indiana in state rivalry game to cap things off. I mean, what a way to put an exclamation mark on the season. It's been such a great season overall. We've seen some high-level plays, some big-time players making big-time plays as well. It's been so much fun, and I can't wait to see what's in store for the Big Ten tournament.
It's going to be a blast. Purdue trying to put the exclamation point on this one down low. The bucket, but it'll be too little too late for Penn State as Purdue keeps their Big Ten tournament hopes alive. Got to win on Sunday, but step 1 complete for Katie Geralds and the Boilermakers, who will travel home after this one, and for now can celebrate their first win in State College since 2020. We've got more coming up on the other side to wrap this one from State College. We'll be right back here on Big Ten Network.